What were your highs and lows for 2026? You know what? We don't even have the time. We don't even have the time to get into it.
Woo! Loaded question.
Woo! Reel it back.
Where to start? All right. Well, that's enough.
Cue the music.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the last of this year's episodes
of Beauty by the Beaker. Were you waiting for me to pick that up or no?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
Of Beauty by the Beaker.
Woo! It's almost 2026. That's crazy.
Yeah. As this is coming out, it is NYE 2025.
Oh my gosh.
Or is it, I guess NYE 2026. Because New Year's Eve it's the eve of the new year of 2026.
Yeah. Is it actually? Is that on Wednesday?
Yeah.
Holy moly, it is.
I know.
That's crazy. What a year it has been for us.
Yeah. Can you believe that TikTok got banned this year?
Oh my God. Yeah, that's so true.
So for today's episode, I'm thinking we just, Sadie and I, for some context, have not seen each other for so long.
Yeah.
Yeah, we batched a couple episodes before Christmas, but this episode is coming out just a few days after we're recording it.
Mm-hmm.
This is basically live, coming to you basically live.
Essentially.
So for today's episode, we're kind of just going to chat, catch up, and also talk about what we are looking to do next year, kind of our goals, what is on our horizons. Our plans, how I'm going to become a well-oiled machine.
Exactly. How we're going to really tighten things up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
How we're going to get episodes out on time, all the time.
No, you've been great. I feel we launched right before the holidays.
Yeah.
It was kind of the most chaotic time of the year we could have possibly launched. Yeah.
So we did. I'm so glad we did.
I know, me too. I remember very vividly last year, I think I've posted it, but you messaged me on January 1st and said, hey, this is the year we start the podcast.
I know.
And I was like, yeah, we're going to do it.
It is very crazy just reflecting on this year. The fact that I did text you on January 1st.
Yep.
And that's when we got actually kind of serious about doing it.
Yes.
The studio hadn't been built or anything at that point.
It was still just like a room in your house.
Yeah. This used to be my closet. Yeah.
There's still a rack of clothes in here. Don't get us wrong.
True. Oh, that is something. Speaking of this studio, I had a couple holiday parties here and I gave people a little tour of the studio, and every single person who saw it for the first time, their reaction is always like shocked at how small it is.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, it looks so much bigger on camera.
Oh, that's funny, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, one wall.
Yeah,
it's like the whole studio and then our camera setup and there's a couch.
Yeah. Once we get a little bit more organized, we will do a more formal studio tour. It's not the messiest it's ever been, but...
No. We can see the floor. It is really fun to see the behind the scenes of the studio, though.
Yeah, and it is fun to think that it just didn't even exist a year ago. And I have videos of me going to pick out the fabric for the chairs, and we painted everything together, which was really fun. Fun little side note on building the studio. We had to repaint basically everything because we went and bought paint and just used our phones and our color guide. We're like, why do all the colors look kind of bad together?
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, because we just picked them off of our phones.
We just guessed.
We just kind of guessed.
What it looked like. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
The pink that we chose was chaos color. It was fuchsia. It was
Wait, I only kind of remember
purple.
that.
Speaking of also the studio and the visuals, etc. If you are just listening, that's great. I love that. But on YouTube, there's a little bit more to the story there. I add text. I add visuals. If you happened upon us on Apple Podcasts or something, a platform where you're not viewing, just know that that's an option and that there's more fun to be had here on YouTube.
Yeah.
More sights to see. Not only is the studio really cute, but if we do get something wrong, I'll make a little note of it, or just little comments here and there that audio listeners miss out on.
Yeah. I highly recommend watching it, especially because we spent so much time and effort on the studio, on our camera setup.
True.
But we appreciate support regardless.
If you're driving, stick to the audio.
Yeah.
So much to talk about, so much to catch up on.
Literally.
Well, first, in the chain of events, how was Paris?
Paris was great. I had a great time. It was a little bit exhausting because we had just gone to Japan and then we had a 2.5 week break and then went to Paris.
Really quick.
For 10 days. It was a very quick turnover. But yeah, it was so great. It was so nice knowing that anywhere I went, I would have good food.
Yeah.
Like I felt just really confident in the food choices.
Yeah.
Which was amazing. My husband did get food poisoning once, but that was at a restaurant called the New Yorker. So we're going to blame that on the Americans, not the French. It was great. Really no notes.
Yeah. Well, that's good. And
I
you
didn't
got to
have
go
any baguettes though. Yeah, I know.
No?
Not one baguette tradition.
Pourquoi? Qu'est-ce que c'est la raison?
It just did not fit into the schedule. My Parisian dream was to eat a baguette while I was walking around Paris. And I didn't do it.
Well, it wasn't that hard, so.
Literally the easiest task I could have done. Did you have a baguette tradition?
Yeah.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was really good. I have a really cute picture of me.
Oh, are you like holding one at a pool?
It's at the beach, but yeah.
Oh, okay. There was a body of water involved.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently the baguettes are regulated by law. At least the tradition ones or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
They can only have 4 ingredients, and in order to call themselves a baguette tradition, they have to like adhere to these rules and regulations. They take their baguettes very seriously, and I just can't believe I didn't have one, but whatever.
Yeah, that is kind of wild, actually.
But yeah, no baguettes for your girl, so I might have to go back eventually.
We'll hit that on the girls' trip as well. Yeah. Luckily, Paris is a big cosmetic hotspot, so
we can write it off. Just kidding. I don't know how that works.
We can. If we're going for work.
True.
If we're going to study the cosmetics.
Study the perfumeries in French. In France.
In French. Yes.
Of the French. Yeah, it was fun though. I'm glad we went. But I'm also like so glad to be home and not have another trip.
Yeah.
Like just be able to
like settle down for a second.
And then it's like, oh well, now I just have 100,000 tasks to do for my business and and all of that prepping for the new year. But
so you got home right before. Did you do stuff at your house?
Yes, we did Christmas Eve at my house, and then Christmas morning we always do it at my parents' house because that's like where we grew up, our childhood home. My husband and I did not do any of our Christmas because like our trips were kind of our Christmas gifts, so we didn't do any gifts, but obviously I gave some to Gims, of course. Yeah, overall it was great, but I am very like, I'm happy the holidays are over. I'm happy the chaos is done. Like, I just want to like get in the groove of what I'm going to be doing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Get started,
I feel that.
But
yeah, Flip and I didn't really do gifts either. And it was honestly, this year was really nice. So.
Yeah. I feel like the older you get, like in between being at home with your family and like having kids, Christmas is just not like what it used to be. You know?
Yeah. I agree.
And then I'm sure when you have kids, if you choose to have kids, it probably gets more like magical because now you see it through their eyes.
Yeah. But it's also probably a lot more tiring.
Oh, yeah.
I was around children for like 2 seconds on Christmas evening. It was so much chaos.
Yeah. They're crazy.
They're playing around in boxes. They were all trying to show me their new stuff. They were all screaming. They were all so excited.
Oh my God.
They were all so mad. So much energy.
You could like harness it.
I wish.
Power the city.
I wish. Yeah. Yeah, just a lot of emotions. But
yeah. And like also as an adult, it's like I just get myself things throughout the year. So there's nothing I'm really wanting.
Yeah.
Like when you're a kid, you have to wait for the holidays and your birthday to get things. So maybe that's why it's less magical. It's just because it's like.
Yeah. I don't know. No secret, but I love thrifting. And I feel like a lot of new stuff is just not good.
Yeah.
Like the quality of a lot of stuff is just bad. Now, even just going into like Target or something like that. I feel like they used to carry like actual clothes.
Yeah.
And now it's all just like this fake brand or like multiple fake brands that just exist at Target.
Yeah.
It's like, what's going on?
The thinnest sweaters you've ever felt in your life.
And it's all bad. It's all garbage.
Yes. It's like all from Shein. Yeah. And just marked up because it's like with this brand.
Yeah. Because it's called Joy Factory or something.
Yeah. I don't know.
But it also was just like nice. Just kind of like we woke up and then we went and had breakfast.
Yeah.
Like no stress.
Yeah, good year for sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm done with the holidays. I took my tree down the next day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because also I just wasn't home for any of it, so I wasn't like in the Christmas mood.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm about ready to undecorate as well.
Yeah.
But the studio has already been un-Christmassy.
Yeah.
It's still a winter wonderland in here.
Of course. That's not going to be changing anytime soon.
Yeah, at least not for January. Because the one thing that I do highly believe in is that January is depressing and sad, especially after Christmas with all the decor and the flashiness and the glitter.
Somehow not as bad as February, apparently, but
January needs decor through it.
Yeah,
I
agree.
Like you need January decor.
Yeah, I don't know why we don't have a holiday in January because it is the worst month of the year, in my opinion. In February, at least we have Valentine's Day, which is like, I don't know, something you can look forward to. January is like, what do I have? Seasonal depression.
Yeah.
Like, that's literally it.
Very true. Yeah, so I always keep like snowy decor up for January.
I feel like blue is the color of January, like blue and white.
Yeah.
Snowflakes everywhere. That's January. Studio looks great.
Thank you.
So if you're curious, what is this box that's been sitting here for the entire episode? We got PR.
Woohoo.
Which is so exciting. We got it from a brand called Hydrinity. This is not an endorsement necessarily of the brand. We haven't like looked into it. We haven't used any of the products, but they were really nice and they sent us some products to try out. So we got this package probably 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And haven't opened it yet because we haven't seen each other. So we're going to open it now and see what they gave us. Thank you so much to Hydrinity for sending us this package. All right, let's see what we got.
Wow.
Okay. They sent us each individual bags.
Feels like a Christmas.
Yeah. Merry Christmas to us. Okay, so the first product in here is the Encore Body Hydrator. It says it's powered by their supercharged HA and ppm to the 6th technology. We're going to have to look into that. Apparently, it firms, tightens, balances, and provides instant and long-lasting hydration for rough, dry, and flaky skin.
Interesting.
Should we feel it? Give our first impression. It feels really nice. The first ingredient is glycerin, which is a good sign for like a hydrating product. Glycerin is...
Well, water and then glycerin.
Yeah, sorry. The second ingredient is glycerin. And then the third is dimethicone, which...
I love dimethicone.
Yeah, we do love dimethicone around here.
Yeah, it does feel very slippery. Dicaprylyl carbonate, which is an emollient.
Then it's got like a thickener afterwards, squalane, which I love. I love, love, love squalane. Preservatives, some extracts. Where's the HA? Well, hyaluronic acid's pretty low on the list.
Yeah.
Very interesting. What do you think about it? What's your first impression?
I do like it. It has definitely has a silicone-y feel.
Yeah.
When I say a silicone-y feel, what I mean is continues to be slippery for kind of a long time.
It dries down a little powdery to me though.
Interesting.
Nice. We'll definitely keep using it and then we can do a full review. There are 2 more products in here that they sent. Also, their packaging is quite cute.
It is cute.
Look at that little bag.
It's kind of BXB blue too.
Yeah. I'm excited to try them out.
Yeah.
We need to look into the brand. We need to look into the claims and claim substantiation and things a little bit more. But just the fact that they were willing to send us these products is really cool.
Yeah.
So thank you again, Hydrinity, for sending us these kits. They're so cute.
Yeah. Excited to try it for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't hate it at first feel. So that's a good sign.
I think they all feel nice.
Yeah.
And
the fact that I'm excited to use them says something because I'm not excited to use everything.
Definitely. Yeah, I feel like one of our big goals for the podcast in 2026 is to partner with more brands and try out more products. So it was cool to get a brand that wanted to send us stuff. Yeah. And hopefully that continues in the new year.
Yeah, I would love to do more reviews, especially things that our listeners are using.
Yes.
So I think the podcast is going to grow a lot in 2026.
Yes.
I'm very excited. And I'm excited for all of you listening right now. Thank you so much. Thank you for being along for the ride so early. That's really nice of you.
Our growth has been kind of crazy. Even just like seeing our Spotify Wrapped and stuff. Like we launched the podcast in September and it's still very consistently growing, which is really cool. And especially like we always had confidence in the podcast and we've always felt like it's going to do well, but it is a little scary launching a podcast in 2025 when like we know that the podcast space is so saturated and telling people like, oh, I'm launching a podcast is like cool, like you and everyone else.
Right.
So it has been so nice to see the support that everyone has given us and the fact that people like actually care and actually listen every single week.
Yeah.
It truly means so much more than you guys even know.
Yes, seriously.
The amount of times that Nat and I text and we're like, oh my gosh, we just got a new subscriber. Yeah. Or like, oh my gosh, this person followed us.
Yeah, we talk about your comments.
Yes.
Basically, anytime you guys are excited about us, we're 10 times more excited about you. So
yes.
Just so you know.
Yeah. It is so heartwarming and so like encouraging, just everything that you guys do.
Yeah.
Interacting with the show. So thank you so much. And hopefully it continues in 2026.
Yeah.
Hopefully we don't drop off.
No, I'm manifesting big things. 2026, I think, will be the year that we launch a Patreon, which will be very fun because I have so much to say.
Yes.
If you know me, if you know anything about me, it's that I can't shut up.
Yeah,
so.
We have so much to talk about all the time.
Yeah.
Our goal is to make a lot more of these casual, chatty, get to know us, like fun episodes that don't necessarily have as much of a place on our regular feed. And so I think it'll be so fun to launch a Patreon for people who are interested in getting to know us on more of like a personal level.
Yeah. Yeah. More just like kind of bonus type content.
Yes.
Like doing more reviews or just more fun stuff. You know?
Telling stories about our lives.
Yeah.
And things like that. Yeah.
Stuff that might get us in trouble over here. But also in the new year, there are episodes that we have researched that we haven't done yet. And we're just kind of going as we go. And I don't know if I told you, I got a message on Instagram from someone that was like, I listen to your podcast every single week. Can you do an episode on like makeup that actually has skin benefits?
Oh, there's a lot to unpack there.
There's a lot to unpack there. Yes. And so like, I was really excited about that because like, yes, of course we can.
Yes. That's a great episode idea.
Yeah. And so I'm also excited for this next year to just be able to connect with more people and to listen to what you guys want to hear and kind of let our episodes go in whatever direction you guys want to hear, because I didn't even think of that as a topic, but I think it's really interesting and I want to look into it. And I've had a lot of people talking about Korean skincare recently and Korean beauty. So I'm just excited to see where it goes too.
Yeah, same. Because like we have an idea of topics that we find interesting, but we're also fully aware that not everything we find interesting and exciting, you guys are going to find interesting, which is totally fine. Like we chose this career, but like you might not be interested in the nitty gritty of everything. We've gotten a lot of good suggestions. We also had a suggestion for a men's hair care episode, which I think is a great idea. I don't know if we have a ton of male listeners, but like my husband is constantly asking me to talk about men's hair care.
Yeah. My husband, his hair needs care. My husband has the straightest hair I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
It's very crazy.
Zero exploration there.
Truly. It's like if it's long, it just goes out.
Like it has so much volume somehow. But it's very straight.
Very straight.
So yeah, we love your guys' suggestions. And we're definitely going to do more of those types of episodes in 2026.
For sure. I'm very excited.
Me too. We're going to make our schedule after this episode.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to see kind of what we have for the new year.
Yeah. And not only that, but we also have personal ventures going into the new year that I think we should talk about a little bit as well.
Yeah, we've talked about mine a little bit on the podcast before, but I have a business called Strandprint, and I look at people's hair under microscopes and then based on your hair characteristics, like your porosity, your hair's elasticity, the width, which is really important. Based on those characteristics, I can recommend products or different styling routines to kind of fit with your hair. So it's a really good option for anybody who has been struggling with their hair and they're not really sure like what products to use. Trial and error definitely works, but it sometimes gets to a point where it's like, okay, I need a little bit of help. I need a little bit more direction.
Yeah.
Like, where do I go? That could be a helpful service for you.
Yeah. My testimonial, I had a hair analysis done by Sadie, of course. And I think the biggest takeaway from mine, there are things you can kind of tell about your hair just by looking at it, you know? Like my hair's naturally curly. I can tell. I don't have to look under a microscope to tell that. But there are things that you can't really tell that well just by looking at your hair. And so for me, I just always assumed that I had kind of coarse, thick hair because when I said I had thick hair, I thought that meant that my hairs were thick.
The actual strand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting the analysis was the first time I realized that that's not the case for my hair. My hair is a lot more fine.
Yeah.
I just have a lot of them.
Yes.
So,
which is very common.
Yeah.
But that can totally change your perception of what products you should be using because products for fine hair versus products for coarse hair can vary drastically.
Yeah.
It can just be helpful to know exactly what is going on with your hair and kind of help you make more informed decisions.
Yeah. I feel like it's kind of like seeing a doctor, you know, like you can guess some things, but you can also get like a blood test.
The thing I always say about my business is that you don't have to get a hair analysis. Like I don't want to make it seem like, oh, in order to have hair that you love, you need to get it analyzed. That might be better for business, but it's just not the truth. Like you can totally do trial and error and end up finding products that work really well for you. You can try things that you've seen on TikTok and sometimes they'll work really well, but like that's not always the case. And so if you just want more direction and you want to know what your hair type is, then that's when a hair analysis could come in really handy.
Before I got the hair analysis, you mentioned TikTok, and I did learn that I had curly hair through TikTok, as most people did. So I fell into that category of like, does your hair dry like this? You probably have curly hair.
Yeah.
So I kind of started looking into that. But after getting a hair analysis, I feel like knowing additional things like that, my hair was so porous and just other things about how to treat it that I think helped a lot because I was weighing my hair down so much with what I was doing that it wasn't curling as well.
Yep.
So I don't know, like TikTok led me in the right direction. And then the hair analysis helped me actually fine tune the routine.
Definitely. So. Yeah. I'm so glad it worked well for you.
Yeah, I think there's a good trial and error in it.
It can also just be a starting point for you as well.
Yeah.
To figure out like, okay, this is my hair type. Now I can use trial and error to kind of like fine tune things a little bit. Because even in my recommendations, I still recommend several products. So there is still a little bit of trial and error involved. But yeah, it just kind of gives you an opportunity to learn your hair a little bit better and understand what it might need. In 2026, I'm hoping to just scale that up a little bit.
Yeah.
I, really enjoy it. I love my customers. I love being able to help people out with their hair. So I'm hoping to just continue doing that in the new year.
Yeah. And now she has the cutest mailers and little collection kits and stuff. So if you order her hair analysis now, you get a cute little kit and everything. It's just so nice.
It's a lot cuter than it used to be. If you're interested in that, you can go to strandprint.com, shop hair analyses. I also do product consultations and you can like ask me questions over email. Those are a little bit cheaper than an actual hair analysis, but they can still really help you kind of figure out what direction to move in. So yeah, all of that's available. But if you're interested in getting a little bit more help with your hair in the new year, that's one of your goals, go check it out.
Yeah, that's great.
Well, thank you. You also recently launched
a
business, which is very exciting. Tell us about it.
Well, yeah, I wasn't necessarily planning on it. Yeah. But you can take the girl out of the laboratory, but you can't take the laboratory out of the girl. And that's just how it is.
So true. Everyone's saying that.
So yeah, I did just start my consulting company. It is called Atomic Beauty Science. I did have some people reaching out to me asking if I could help them. And I didn't know if I could legally help them without having a business.
Oh, yeah.
So now I have one.
Yay, it's official.
Yeah. But it was really cool. I left my job very quickly, very unexpectedly. I did not plan to leave my job when I did, but the time was right. And it was kind of cool to see a response from the connections that I had made in the industry, just a lot of support. And I was very nervous leaving my job because, you know, everyone's replaceable.
Yeah.
But things have been going great. And it was just so nice to see so many people reach out and say like, oh, I would love to have you do this. So it was very nice to just have that confirmation that I am good at my job, you know, and that my absence was felt in the industry and people so supportive. So that's just great. So yeah, I had some people reach out and ask if I could help with some formulation stuff. And I decided to start a business. Part of the reason that we need more content is so that I can talk about my whole journey more in depth, but we won't get that into it because that's not what this episode is about.
Yeah.
But basically, I just felt like there was a lack of transparency I mean, we talk about it all the time on this podcast. There's a big lack of transparency in the cosmetic industry, not only from brands to consumers, but amongst brands and brand to manufacturer, brand to formulator. There's a lot of disconnect and a lot of confusion and misunderstanding. And so my consulting company, the goal is just to try to make it less confusing for people. So I'm offering all sorts of services. Basically, anywhere that your product needs support, I'm there. From basic, just I don't even understand chemistry, but I want to launch a product because I believe in this. Like, how can you turn my ideas into an actual tangible product, you know? And from there all the way to like claim substantiation or technical details, and then, you know, formulating and problem solving there as well. So, but with all of that, my main focus is to have a very like hands-on and collaborative approach with the clients that I work with. I think something that I kind of learned from this podcast is that I am decent at explaining concepts.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of just taking the skill that I had of formulating and the skill that I have of not shutting up and bringing them together into a very educational based, learning based consultation service for cosmetic development.
Yeah.
So yeah, go check it out at atomicbeautyscience.com. And yeah, I like my website. It's cute. I did everything by myself.
It's so cute.
Thank you.
Yeah, you killed it. Yeah,
you.
you definitely, I feel like you are such a talented formulator and you are so good at transparency with, you know, whatever customers you have or whatever people are interested in your services. And I also think too, like, if you're even just like, what is the process like if I have an idea? Like, where do I even go for that? Where do I even start? Like, that is the perfect place to start. She can help
ask
you.
Me.
Yes, kind of bring your vision to life and get something that, like she said, something that you are proud of and that you really care about and that you can understand as well. Because the industry is so confusing. We talk about it constantly.
Yeah. And I feel like there are new people with new exciting ideas that they are so passionate about and so excited about. And then there are people in the industry who are just so sick of being in the industry and so tired of it and just want things streamlined. Sometimes there are kind of almost translation issues because of that. My goal is to be more of someone in the middle who has seen the manufacturing side of it, seen how things can be, and not to discourage new bright ideas too.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think there are a lot of really good ideas. Not everybody has the scientific understanding to back those ideas up. That doesn't mean they're not amazing ideas.
Exactly. And also there are times when there are ideas that just physically cannot happen, like from a chemistry level.
True.
Like there are certain things that people want that it just probably won't ever happen, which is okay. But like Nat can help you work through the process of like, hey, maybe this isn't possible from a chemistry level, but like, let's figure out something that is. Let's figure out how to make this realistically.
Yeah, like what are your actual goals? What is the problem that you're trying to solve and how can we actually solve that instead of just I heard this and so this is what I want it to be.
Exactly.
But yeah, but also making it so that the client understands it.
Yes,
so
definitely.
I'm excited because I think it'll give me a lot more to talk about here too. So
yeah.
I'm
so excited to see where you go with it.
Thank you.
I'm very proud of you for coming up with it, especially in such a short period of time. But
thank you so much. The last thing that I wanted to talk about with it is I have a very strong brand identity with Atomic Beauty, adjacent to what we have here with the podcast. If you listen to our intro episode, I talked a little bit about how our studio is 50s themed because of the idea of ladies going to the salon every week and getting like the shampoo and set. So it's kind of adjacent to that. Everything's kind of atomic age themed. I did all of the branding, but I also did all of like the artwork for it. At the stage of business that I'm in, I can't hire a graphic designer or a photographer, creative designer, like all of these things. But I also didn't want to rely on something like generative AI to make the product what I wanted it to be. Because I do feel like with personal care product formulation, it's kind of that same thing. Like there's an art to it and you need to have that problem-solving ability. I kind of just thought of what visuals I would like to see, and then I did reverse engineered it kind of.
Yeah.
But I bring up the generative AI thing because the atomic age marketing is to reflect on the atomic age, which was a time where there was a lot of scientific advancement, like a lot of discoveries were made in the 50s, but it was also a time where a lot of people were really on edge, really nervous about what these discoveries could mean for humanity.
Yeah.
I feel like now we're in kind of a similar feeling time, especially with things like AI. There's a lot of things that AI does that are really good.
Yeah.
I think AI has a lot of applications where it's beneficial. But there are varying levels of AI that is not very well understood by all people. There are people that are like really excited about it, but then there are also people who are really worried and not sure what the future looks like, whether that's job security or the climate change elements or, you know, plenty of things.
There's a lot of uncertainty.
Yeah. So in like cosmetic formulation and development and things, but also in science and in social studies and history and everything, it's important to be able to look at the past and study the past and recognize all of the good things, all of the tried and true things, but also recognize the bad things.
Yeah.
And that's something that we try to do on this podcast as well, is just like with ingredients that are very well researched, saying here's things that used to happen that don't happen anymore because now we know better. Here are things that we really have been studying for such a long time and they have proven to be safe, and we shouldn't villainize them just because there are new things that don't have as much data on them. So yeah, the name was just kind of like a nod to the progression of science and how it can be good and bad. And it's important to continue to check in and make sure that we're doing good.
Yeah, definitely. And being open, like science is constantly changing and evolving.
Yeah.
We are constantly learning new things. And I think that is a big theme of this podcast, is that we don't ever want to pigeonhole ourselves. And so we're like always open to changing what we believe based on science. So if new science comes out and we need to kind of adjust our views or whatever, like we're willing to do that. I think that's really important as a scientist to be able to do. And I think that's something that you are very willing to do with your customers and clients and the people that you work with. Also formulate based on their level of comfort or what claims they want to make.
Yeah.
You know,
overall, just I want to make sure that people, especially people who are in the market and selling cosmetics, just make sure that people aren't afraid of things that they shouldn't be afraid of.
Definitely.
And that they understand the claims that they want to make and why they want to make them.
Yeah. Well,
that's
so
what
exciting.
I've been up to.
Yeah. 2026 is going to be a big year for Atomic Beauty Science.
Oh, yeah.
Feel it.
It is.
Yes.
If you happen to be a small brand
or know someone who is.
Not as applicable, but still fun to announce.
Yeah, of course.
Definitely going to be making a lot more videos and things around that as well that'll tie into the episodes.
Very, very exciting. Let's do our ins and outs of 2025. Rapid fire.
Rapid fire. Okay.
Let's start with ins.
In sunscreen. Sorry.
Sorry, hate to say it. In tretinoin.
Ooh.
Tret and sunscreen combo. Chef's kiss.
In drugstore products.
In using products that work for you, regardless of what they look like, regardless of what claims they make, just using things that you like.
Yeah. Also in heavy creams.
Oh, yeah.
Heavy cream before bed. In
SPF lip balm. I need to get on my SPF lip balm game.
Yeah.
I'm really good about regular sunscreen, but I'm not that good about SPF. I'm not being very rapid fire about this. I'm just talking about everything that I say.
Outs. Honestly, what I think might be an out is, I don't know. Have you ever been gifted a little hand lotion and used it?
No. Like that goes in the guest bathroom. Yeah, like those little like Bath and Body Works sets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Buy it for yourself if you want it.
Yeah.
I love buying gift sets for myself because they're full of products that I like.
Yeah. Depends on the gift set.
And if someone has like a list or they like it, that's a different thing. But there's a lot of like purchasing little items, like skincare items just to do it.
Yeah.
Just to give them. Or like overcrowding your bathroom with just new things that you try once.
Yes. Yeah, maybe in is being a little bit more selective about the things you try and the products you use.
Yeah. In selectivity.
Selectivity. Out, using the term science-backed for marketing for products that have no scientific substantiation.
Out. EWG. Sorry.
Goodbye.
I get to say that. I hate the EWG.
That is Nat's personal view. And
the views of me do not necessarily reflect the views of BXB or BXB Incorporated. Out. EWG.
Or out on a broader sense, scanning your product labels and being told whether or not the product is bad for you based on using an app.
Out is ingredient overgeneralization.
Yes. Out, relying too much on AI to give you advice about skincare, hair care, or product routines.
ChatGPT is wrong all the time, but it's never going to say like, I think this is what it is.
Yeah.
It's like, here it is.
So let me break this down for you.
Clearly, it is this. Why doesn't ChatGPT say like, I mean, obviously, I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Humble yourself.
I don't understand because I'm an AI bot.
Yeah.
I think that AI has its place. I think it can be used as a starting point for certain things.
Yeah.
But like, it cannot replace human intelligence or human creativity and artistry.
I agree. Any other outs?
Is it appropriate to say out clean beauty?
I think it is.
Sorry, clean beauty. I am not a fan of you.
Sorry. Get out.
I do honestly think that clean beauty is kind of making its way out and it's being replaced by science-backed.
I agree.
As a term, but it doesn't really mean anything.
Yeah. Let it mean something with a I'm just kidding.
Go visit atomicbeautyscience.org.com. Imagine if you had a .org. That'd be so sick.
That would be. If only. Maybe next
time.
I want
a .org.
What do you have to do to get a .org?
I think it's like institutional.
One day we'll have a .org.
We're manifesting for 2026 ends .orgs.
Anything else that...
Oh, another in I think that we need for us specifically is work-life balance.
Yeah.
I have been reflecting over the past year. I don't have any hobbies.
Oh.
Because I don't have time to have hobbies. I work full-time and then I come home and I work full-time again on my two businesses.
Yeah.
And so I really would love for 2026, not necessarily by cutting anything out, but just changing my time around a little bit and kind of prioritizing my mental health and doing things for me.
Yeah. I realized that I spend a lot of time like sitting in bed in the morning on my phone or like little things like that where it's like realizing that that's how I'm choosing to spend time and I can rearrange it so that that time feels more meaningful later in the middle of the day to like take a break and spend an hour on my phone would feel much more enjoyable.
Like deserved.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I always say I don't have time for anything. I do have time for things because my screen time is 6 hours. So like clearly I could rearrange my time a little bit or maybe, spend that screen time more meaningfully.
That is something that I think would be a very good in to have for 2026. Over this little break, I did take a couple, I think I did all right with some balancing. I made some cookies.
Yes.
I did some things that were just like for fun.
Yep.
And it was fun.
Yeah.
And it was fine.
And like we got everything done. It always ends up being fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I think 2026 is going to be so much fun.
It's going to be a great year.
Yeah.
We're manifesting it.
Any other? Oh, I mean, boring, but we should mention it. It does help a lot if you guys like, subscribe, share, comment, all of that stuff. It really does. So I know you hear that all the time, but in order for us to make these goals happen, we really do need the help of you guys.
Yes.
We can't become a successful podcast without listeners.
Yeah.
Please like, share if you're willing, comment. But even just a lot of people might not know this, but things like commenting, liking the podcast, subscribing, it pushes it out to more people. Yep. So if you like it and you comment, then maybe it'll show up on someone else's feed and then they'll see it. And it's great.
Yeah, it helps us so much. Like for context, if we get a comment on an Instagram post, it pushes that post out to so many more people. Even just one comment, like it drastically changes the reach. So we very much appreciate everyone who has commented and liked and reviewed and rated the show.
Yeah.
And if you haven't done that already and you would be so kind, we truly appreciate it more than you know.
Yeah, especially because if you're here listening right now, thank you so much.
Yeah.
We obviously appreciate it so much, but we would love to do so much more with this podcast. And if you love it now, just wait.
Just you wait. And see what we have up our sleeves.
Yeah, we just need a little bit more traction.
Yeah. So yeah, listeners.
Yeah. So if you like it, do this for you.
Really? This isn't even for us. This is really in your best benefit.
Yeah, exactly.
But thank you as always for tuning in. Thank you for all of your support in 2025. These past few months have been a whirlwind and we are so grateful for all of you. And we can't wait for 2026.
Seriously, so exciting.
Yes.
Considering all that happened this year, I really am so excited to be reflecting again next year.
Yep.
So excited for what the year has in store. But yeah, you can follow along on all of that journey at Beauty X Beaker everywhere.
Yes. And our personal socials, I'm Sadie BXB.
And I'm Nat BXB.
And I don't post that often, but when I do, you post a lot. I was actually looking at our posts.
Really?
You post like double what I do.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not think that. I don't feel like I post that often. But
I know, it's crazy.
I am going to start posting a lot more. I have a whole list of video ideas. So,
and if you're interested in hair analysis, you can follow me at Strandprint.
Yes.
If you're a little brand or you just want to follow along with Nat's journey.
Yeah. I'll be posting most of my stuff at NatBXB. So feel free to follow me there. Unless you're a small brand, then go check out Atomic Beauty. But also, you should just go check out my website. It's cute.
It's really cute. She worked hard on it.
Thank you.
But yeah, that's all we have for the rest of this year.
Have a very safe New Year's Eve. Don't do anything irresponsible.
And don't light off any fireworks in your hands.
Yeah. Did someone do that?
People do it all the time. They're holding those Roman candles in their hands and then their whole hand gets blown off.
Yeah.
Every year I see the x-rays in my feed.
Okay, yeah. Don't hold on to fireworks.
Nope.
Don't drink and drive.
No.
Don't have an affair.
Don't text your ex on New Year's Eve, but do have a very fun and a very safe holiday. And we'll see you guys next year.
Goodbye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. See ya.
See you later. Get out of here.
Get out. Go.
Scram.
This is what I'm doing in 2025. Mush it in the past.
Bicycle.